Okay, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to get into Google Classroom. All right. And if you reload the page, so if you never closed out a classroom, you need to reload it, because now there's an assignment that's there. And here's what we're going to do. Time travel, for those of you who don't know, is now possible. 100% possible. We can now travel through time. And everyone in here, you guys now have a job. It pays a meager wage. You don't make a lot. But you work for the time travel company, Doc Brown Travels. By the way, who knows who Doc Brown is? Have you ever seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you know the crazy scientist guy? That's Doc Brown. So you work for his travel company. You send people in a DeLorean to different parts of ancient history. And so you have been tasked. So here's your job at this facility. You have been tasked with convincing people to travel to ancient Greece. Okay? So, because that's your job. Sometimes we can't always explain what our jobs are. Okay? So what you guys are going to do, you are going to complete a brochure, which I have a template for. I'm going to walk you step by step through it. Okay? So we're going to go step by step through it. I'm going to show you what you can change, what you cannot change, which could affect your grade. Okay? Because there are certain formatting things that I want you to keep the same, but there are other things that you can change. We are also going to create a commercial.
Yes. Ooh.
You are going to use, and this is going to be new tech for you, you are going to use Powtoon or Biteable, which we'll look at tomorrow, to create your commercial to convince people to come to ancient Greece. Okay? Yes?
Is it going to go on TV?
No. Okay, but we will watch it here in class. All right, so your video will need to be uploaded to this, and I'll show you how to upload your video later. So right now, today only, what we're going to work on is our brochure. So your brochure is going to be informational. There's not going to be any, like, persuasion to it. Your commercial, you're going to persuade people, okay? Kind of like what we did with our ancient bronze versus brains activity, okay? So this one is just information. Yes?
Should we do the commercials anonymous and then have people vote on their favorite? No. Why not?
Because they should all be fairly similar.
Oh, yeah.
And in your commercial, we'll get into that. So let's leave the commercial where it's at right now. We're going to click on the brochure. So I want everyone to open your brochure.
Oh.
Okay? Okay, when you guys turn in your final product, you guys are going to delete these first 3 slides. Do you know how to delete a slide?
Yes.
Okay. You click on it, and you click delete. Okay? Or the backspace button if you have it selected. If you want to, you can delete this first one just as a practice. I'm deleting it. I'm not going to delete mine because then that would change the master for everyone else. But if you guys want to delete yours, you can, because this one is just informational. Delete the first one. Just the first one. Okay, this one is an example. Notice the color that's on it, okay? Look at the information. So look at their information. Is it in like bullet form or sentence fragments?
No.
No, they are in what? Complete sentences. They use pronouns, they. But like if you're here with the pyramids, when they use they reference who they is, which is the pharaohs. You guys need to make sure that everything is a complete thought, that if someone who doesn't know anything about ancient Greece is reading this, that they know what you're talking about. You're not using the words we, because are you from ancient Greece?
Yeah.
No. You guys are trying to convince people to go there, so you should be using those types of pronouns. All right, so here's your instructions. You guys are going to create a brochure containing important ancient Greek events and topics using the following slide. Use your textbook. So in Google Classroom, you guys remember I've got a digital textbook here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You can use your textbook that we have here.
Yeah.
Remember, you click on it. Do you guys know how to search within this?
No.
No. Okay. So hold down your control button. So the CRTL button on your keyboard.
Ow.
Okay? So you guys can just do this on any page. So hold down your CRTL button, or CTRL, and then hit the F button at the same time.
Okay.
Find in document. You can type in the word, hit enter, and it'll take you to all of the different things that have those words in it. Yeah, it'll do it on the slides. So that's an easy way to search the document. We may have to actually download it into your.
Oh yeah, I know this.
Okay, so you guys will need to click the 3 arrows and go to. Now don't tell other people that I did this. Okay. All right. You guys also have your information from our web quest. Do you remember that group web quest that we did together? Okay. I will pass those back later. You guys need to inform the other members in your group because did everyone do every part?
No.
Okay. This last one here, the ancient Greek city-states, is going to be an important one for you to reference back to in your brochure. Okay? All right, so let's go back to the brochure. So here's yours. So ancient Greece, this is the only one that I'm going to let you change your font. If you want to, you can highlight ancient Greece. And if you go to add more fonts, there's a Caesar dressing one that actually kind of looks like Greek writing. So only on this first page. So only on which one? This one right here, just this column. So if you want to do that now, you can. I'll give you a chance to do it. You guys can also add your name, so your first and last name, and then you need to put the due date. Okay? It is due March 1st.
Oh.
Due March 1st. No. Guys, as of right now, don't change the font sizes or anything. That can be something that you can do later. The font sizes as they are easily read. So March 1st. So how many weeks is that?
5.
3.
I told ya.
2. It's next Friday.
Oh.
Now here's the thing. You guys will have time to work on this in class today, tomorrow if we don't have a snow day, and then Thursday. And then guess what? We're moving on to science.
I hope we don't have a snow day tomorrow.
Same here. So everything else, if you don't get all of this done in the next couple of days, it's on your own. Okay?
Yes.
It's once we get into it, you'll see. Yes, ma'am.
Do we type in March 1st
In the date.
Just March 1st?
Yeah. If you want to type due March 1st. By the way, when you type, how many hands do you use?
2.
1. 2.
I use.
All right. So do we have all of that typed in? All right. Later, don't do this now, but later, if you guys want to, leave your font black, just because it'll be easier. But you can change the backgrounds of all of these to different colors. Also, all of these triangles are individual. So if you wanted to go through and change this, don't do that now. When would this type of formatting happen? At the end. So when you are completely done, that is when that formatting happens. Okay? But that is something that you can do, because it does say in your directions, be creative. Edit the color template with colors and pictures. I don't necessarily want you guys to add in more pictures, because most of this is going to be filled with information. And then that will just take away from the information of it. If you guys do want to change this picture, you can, but that's the only thing that I'm really going to let you guys change, okay? All right, so I want you to look at that column on the far left. Okay, so we have ancient Greece, your name, and the date on the right, and then on the far left, so that's going to be the piece that when we have it folded over, right, so we have our trifold.
Yeah.
That'll be the piece that's right here. Okay, in our trifold. So, Greece's landscape. Oh, describe the landscape of ancient Greece.
Wasn't it nice mountains?
Okay, so you guys have your interactive notebooks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, if I turn to ancient Greece, like the first page after my power words. Oh, look, the geography of ancient Greece.
Whoa.
Oh, it's like my information is all like here, and we've done it.
Whoa.
So instead of a test, we're just doing a final project that shows me that you know what we've talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this map. Oh, look, there's like water and like islands. Do you think that might be important to like the geography of ancient Greece?
Maybe.
Possibly. Oh, and if I look at my textbook that I have here, where'd it go? There's even like a section that says the geography of Greece.
Whoa.
Whoa, like mind blown, right? Okay.
Whoa.
Then you guys have the Minoan civilization. Who are the Minoans? You're going to tell me right there.
Oh no.
Oh, look, who are the Mycenaeans? Oh. Hey, you guys remember in your interactive notebook,
I don't remember my.
we talked about them, like right here. The Minoans and Mycenaeans. Oh, look, there's even like this page.
Whoa.
And then up here, I can click on it. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. And then you scroll down. Seafaring peoples, the early Greeks. Oh, look, there's even like a whole like section on like the Mycenaean culture. And we've talked about it. I know that you've read that because that was a homework assignment, right? So we're kind of putting all of our ideas together in this one document. All right, so we've gone through. I'm going to keep pulling yours. So we've gone through. So we filled out this page, right? So now we need to fill out this one on this side. So that first topic is Greek mythology. Describe what you know about Greek mythology here. I don't want just a list of gods. I do not want just a list of gods. I want you to tell me, how is Greek mythology important to the ancient Greeks? What was it? You can give me a list of some of the gods and goddesses if you would like, but I want more generic information about them. Why were they important to the Greeks? Oh, there's even Greek Olympics. I seem to recall we just did that one.
Oh
Didn't we?
yeah.
So I need, what were some sports played in the Greek Olympics?
Boxing. Running.
And then I also need, when did this tradition begin? So you guys know like the whole idea of restating the question in your answer? Wouldn't that like fill up like most of that space?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one, I understand that your guys' job in this is to try and convince people to come to ancient Greece, to time travel to ancient Greece. So on this one, would you want to travel back in time to ancient Greece? So I want you to give me a definitive yes or no answer there, and then explain why. Give some details as to why you would or would not want to travel to ancient Greece. All right, so go into the middle section there. So we have Homer's epic poetry. I did not go through here and change the words.
Yeah.
So you just need to delete those because it's just nonsense words. I think it's like some kind of fake version of Latin. It's whatever Microsoft uses as their placeholder in forms. So what do you guys think I want you to do here with Homer's epic poetry?
Write about it.
Write about it. What were two of his epic poems?
The Iliad.
The Iliad and the Odyssey. Do you think I want to know about the Iliad and the Odyssey? Do you think that might be important to tell other people about?
Sure.
Should you maybe tell people about Homer?
Yep.
Huh. Okay. Now let's go down to city-states. In this section, you guys need to fill out what are some unique city-states someone might want to visit. Then give a little information about them. Now here's the thing. I do not want you to use Athens and Sparta. Because they have their own sections. So when you guys go here and you go down to like the WebQuest section, this task 8, these are a whole bunch of different city-states of ancient Greece. So I want you to pick like maybe 2 or 3 that you guys are going to list or explain like, hey, while you're in Athens, why don't you just hop on over to Corinth where the Colossus of Rhodes is at?
Colossus of Rhodes.
Yeah, that's Rhodes.
Oh.
I guess. Okay. And Corinth Corinth does not have the Colossus of Rhodes, but they still talk about they have a monarchy. They allied with Sparta against Athens in the Peloponnesian War. So maybe if you're, and they are on the Peloponnesus, so maybe when you're in Sparta, you just want to hop on over there and go see them. Thebes is north of Corinth and Athens. You have Argos, you have Delphi. How many of you have, or know the god Apollo? Okay, he has a prophet or an oracle in Delphi. Okay, so maybe you want to stop off in Delphi and have the oracle tell your future.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can do something fun. Okay? And then the Dark Ages. What are the Dark Ages of ancient Greece?
Knowledge did not advance.
Okay? So you're going to explain what the Dark Ages are. You're then going to explain the Golden Age of Greece. Actually, where it says Greece right there, I want you to double click and erase Greece and put Athens. Because it was technically the Golden Age of Athens, not Greece. Okay? So we'll go through and we'll change that real quick. This is what eventually led to the Peloponnesian War. And then over on this other side, since we did so much with Athens and Sparta, tell me about them. What makes Athens unique? What's cool about them?
Their navy.
Okay, what about Sparta? What's unique about them? What type of government did they have? I seem to recall that in here you guys have like a whole section on like each of the city-states.
Whoa.
So, and then there's also whole sections in your textbook. You can find stuff online. All right, so now our final thing. Go back to slide 4, or in your case, if you deleted the first slide, it's slide 3. This will be the back of your guys' brochure. So I want you to tell me about the wars of ancient Greece. How many wars did we cover in ancient Greece?
2.
3. We have Persian, Peloponnesian, Trojan. So I want you guys to go through and I want you to tell me maybe some interesting facts about each one of those. So we have those booklets that we made, right?
Yeah.
Would it be maybe important to tell me who fought in each war?
Yeah.
Why was it being fought? If you need more facts, I will leave these up here so you guys can look at them if you want. And then we have this extra space. So let's say we're writing about the Golden Age of Athens, okay? What if we run out of space? Should I make my font smaller? No, there's not that much font. I mean, it's not that large to begin with. It's in an 8-point font, which is still going to be fairly small. So you guys can use this extra space back here as an overflow, okay?
Yep.
I think you can, so if you format it, there should be a way to get it to overflow into this text box, like right where you leave off. You can even put down at the bottom in parentheses, say, see back. So that way people know, like, your info. Like, how many of you have seen, like, a newspaper where, like, the article on the front page goes to another page?
Yeah.
It says, like, see page 4.
I don't read the
So on this, you guys would say see back. Okay, so that way we know, like, the rest of your information is on the back side.
You would have seen that.
What happens when you get all of this done?
Free time.
No.
The color.
You need to get rid of these 3 slides,
Oh, yeah,
and then you guys can format the colors to make them your own, to make them unique to you. I suppose that if you leave your background white, you could change the colors of your titles. Leave the main part of your font black, just because it's so small that when it prints, black will print better. Yes?
Would we be able to work on this, like, outside of this lesson?
Yeah, definitely. So you guys are going to have about 15 minutes left of class to work on this. How many of you think this project is impossible?
Hey.
How many of you think that you should be able to, I don't know, get this done by the due date?
Me.
Okay. So how many of you feel on a scale of 1 to 5, how many of you feel that this is going to be a 5 in being able to complete it? How many, if you are going to struggle, it's a 1. Okay. So we kind of have an idea of what we're going to do. Tomorrow we're going to move on and do our Powtoon, okay? Which will be kind of fun. I think it'll be a fun new technology that you guys are going to learn. You guys ready? And so,
I thought you actually meant that we had time travel.